Hey everyone, welcome back to Noiseberry Games. It's that time of the year where I and any number of guests go over our top 5 games of the year. Today I'm going to be going over my top 5 games of the year, but I couldn't do it without a very special guest. We've got Taylor.
Hi. Apparently I count as any number of people.
Well, spoilers, yeah, spoilers. It's just me and Taylor again this year. I had to keep people guessing.
You know what? I have such a personality, I can account for like maybe 75% of a person, so it's not even a full 2.
Oh, great. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'll see if my sister's cat can do like the last 25% or something
yes,
with us.
Let's go.
Anyway, yeah. It's just the two of us again this year, same as last year. Today I'll be going over my top 5 games of the year, and then in tomorrow's video, Taylor will be going over his.
Hey.
So same format as the last, God, I think I've been doing this for like 6 years or something now.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, you're coming up on 10 years of YouTube in February.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
It is nuts. So yeah, maybe I may have done more than 6 of these. I don't know.
Oh, God. We will find out.
We will find out.
Okay, so I do want to say, I have my predictions for your list, but I don't want you to tell me if my predictions are correct. Just go through your list like normal, but I am predicting, and spoilers if these are actually on there. Number 4, I don't know number 5. For sure I don't know number 5.
Okay.
Either that, or there's one that I've missed that is going to take up one of the spots I'm about to name.
Okay.
I think number 4 is going to be Ghostwire Tokyo.
Okay.
I think number 3 is going to be Soul Hackers 2. I think number 2 is going to be the PC release of Persona 5 Royal. And I think, we all know number 1's going to be Elden Ring. That was a given.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I genuinely have no idea what to put for number 5, though. Because I looked through some of your videos on the John's Watch, and I was like, none of these seem to, like, really grip him to the point where they'd be on a Games of the Year list. And
interesting.
I couldn't figure it out. So, those are my predictions for your top 4. The number 1 spot was a given, so that was a freebie. But I'm hoping that I could get those other 3.
Those are good guesses. I'll go right in. We go like 5 to 1, and before 1, I'll just go over a couple of honorable mentions. Not many this year, I'll be honest.
Spoiler alert, same here.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so coming in at number 5. This was a really close one. It really could have gone to this or one of the 2 honorable mentions. I don't know. It could be either of them. I put Soul Hackers 2 as number 5.
Oh, come on. Okay, so right game, wrong spot.
Yeah, you got the right game. It was good. I think I mentioned, has our podcast episode on this game come out yet?
No, but it will. So, spoilers for podcast.
Is that January or December's?
That would be January's.
Okay, well, I will talk about it a bit in the podcast, but I do feel like going for all achievements in Soul Hackers 2 did taint my view of the game a little bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said in the podcast, the New Game Plus playthrough of Soul Hackers 2 wasn't fun for me. I think if I'd just left it as playing it through once, I would have thought about it a bit more highly. But it still made it onto my list. I still had a decent amount of fun with it. I do think it's the worst Atlas game, the worst like modern Atlas game I've played, I guess. Like I'm huge on Persona, so
and that's kind of why I thought it would be higher on your list. You love Persona so much, like I cannot get you to stop talking about it. That's not a bad thing by any means. And
no,
I do want to point out, I don't make people I don't pick what games people cover for the podcast. I just say, hey, what did you get all achievements for? Do you want to talk about it? So John's choice to get all achievements was his own. I had no influence in this, but it makes me so sad that he might have been maybe encouraged to do it because of the podcast, and that lessened his experience.
Well, no, definitely not. Like, I have plenty of games I can talk about on the podcast. I just, when I was playing this, I was enjoying it enough that I looked at the achievement list and thought I could do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's kind of like Persona Light, I guess. It's like bits of Persona mixed with bits of Shin Megami Tensei, and it was pretty good. It was overpriced, and I bought into the hype for it, and I paid far too much for it.
Oh.
I bought the most deluxe version, which
Oh no.
I didn't really need. I bought it like day one as well.
Oh mate, I thought you just bought like the regular version.
No, because they really fucked people with the DLC on this game.
Oh.
They they locked like part of the story as DLC. Not like part of the story, but like a side quest.
Axe that shit right there. No, not.
Yeah, they had
that.
They had like some iconic personas or some iconic demons, I guess, locked behind DLC.
Oh, come on.
They had outfits as DLC, which kind of makes sense. They had different music tracks as DLC, which kind of makes sense. But like you add all these together, like Jesus Christ, I think like all the DLC was like $50 or something. Yeah. So, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But it's definitely number 5 on my list.
Fair enough. In light of that information, that's fair.
Yeah. From here on out, it's a lot more positive, though, I think.
Okay.
I'm wondering if it should have been number 5. I think it's fine at number 5. I did enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay, coming in at number 4. This one's gonna catch you really off guard. It is the Live Alive remake on Nintendo Switch.
Really?
I loved this game so much.
Huh.
It's so funny, like I was sent the code and I'd heard like a little bit about it. I think somebody had said like, oh, it might be a good game to play if you like games like Persona. I was like, say no more. I'm sold. So I started playing it a little bit, and it's divided into different eras, and you play different characters through these different eras, and once you finish an era like prehistoric or whatever, you go back to the character selection screen and choose a new era to play through.
Okay.
And so I played through. I started playing it just so I could like play a bit before doing a video, and I played through the prehistoric era and one more era after that, and I was like, man, I don't know about this. Like, it looks pretty because it's in the nice HD 2D art style, like Octopath Traveler, which looks great. But like, it felt like it was sticking too close to its original version, which was like 1986 or something. So
and that would have some interesting design choices.
Yeah, so like it felt like it looked modern, but it felt kind of dated, and I was like, not sure about this.
Yeah.
And then I started playing the third era that I chose, and it was the like the ancient China era, and just that one clicked with me. I loved that one so much. I loved the characters. I loved the gameplay because each era has different
mechanics.
Yeah, mechanics. Yeah. Each of them have different mechanics, I guess. Like prehistoric era is like a traditional, very small scale JRPG where you like start at level 1 and you like grow your party and collect items and stuff like that. And one of the other chapters is just a boss rush one. Like you don't move around at all. You just fight bosses.
Oh.
So yeah, it's really cool that you get like these kind of bite-sized different genres all in this one game.
Yeah.
And from that ancient China chapter, I was just hooked. I loved that one. There was some, there's the chapters vary in quality, but I did like the game overall. I really liked it.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Yeah. I did not expect that by any means. No, because like I sort of remember I watched a lot of videos just kind of like glimpsing at them. I was like, okay, how did he feel about this? You weren't the hottest on it at the time. I could tell you like it, but I didn't think it would end up on here.
Yeah, when I recorded the video about halfway through the ancient China chapter, so like I was already starting to come around on it, and then just the more I played it after that, the more I liked it.
Huh.
I played the whole thing with a guide as well, because like when you start the game, you can choose any of the chapters. You can play in any order you want, and I was like, which one should I choose? And so, because it is an 80s JRPG, I found playing along with a guide very, very helpful, and I don't think I would have enjoyed it nearly as much if I tried to play it completely blind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I think that's just what happens with these very old games. Like I'm finding it with like the early Personas and stuff, and like even the original Soul Hackers. I just had like an IGN walkthrough or like a GameFAQs walkthrough open on my phone the whole time, and that definitely helps me enjoy them a bit more.
That's fair.
Okay, number 3 is another one you didn't predict.
No!
Number 3 is Plate Up.
Okay.
This game...
I watched a few of the videos you did on that, but I was like, I don't know, I kind of zoned out a little.
That's fair. I think it's definitely a lot more fun. It's one of those games that's more fun to play than to watch. My god, Robbie and I have been playing it every single week for a couple of hours since it came out. We have played 35 hours of it so far, which is quite a bit. It's just so much fun. It's very like Overcooked, where you own a kitchen, but it's like a kitchen roguelike where you, if as soon as your restaurant fails, you have to restart and you generate a whole new restaurant. But you do, like, I guess it's roguelite because you gain XP so you can unlock new recipes and new restaurant styles and stuff.
Yep.
But man, I wasn't expecting to like this game as much as I did. I saw it was published by Yogscast Games, who I still follow very closely, and I saw them like hyping it up constantly. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I think I just asked for a review code, got it. Robbie and I played a little bit, and we were like, should we just start playing this every week instead of like Yu-Gi-Oh or I guess Halo?
You guys were doing
what we were
Halo.
playing.
Did you guys ever finish that?
Where did we get to? We did. I think we played the first 4 games, and then Plate Up came out. And so we were like, okay, we'll just have a little break from Halo and do this Plate Up video.
Yeah.
And then we have been playing it every week since then.
That's crazy.
So good. God, one time I think we did play like 5 hours straight just in one restaurant.
Oh my god.
Because like if you're in a good run, you don't want to stop. You know, you gotta keep going.
That's the dangerous thing about a roguelike, man.
It's true. We did find out after that one when we stopped at like 12:30 a.m. We found out that you can actually like suspend the game and start it up again another time.
Okay. That is a nice feature.
Yes, it would have been nice to know.
Is there an end game with this, or is it just like get as successful as you can, and that's kind of like the accolade for it?
There's that, and like you get like quite a small amount of experience for each run, and you need to get quite a few levels to unlock all the recipes. So I guess the end game is unlocking all the recipes and getting all achievements, probably.
Fair enough.
But like I said, we've played 35 hours, and there's still 3 recipes we haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah.
So you get decent playtime out of this game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, really wasn't expecting to like this as much, because like the art style doesn't look great.
No.
The characters are very, very bland and ugly.
Yeah.
I do hope like eventually they'll do like kind of like a visual overhaul of the game to make it look better. So yeah, like just from looking at the screenshots, it looks fine. But
and then you see the gameplay and you're like, I don't know about this one, Chief.
Yeah, but then you start playing it yourself, especially with a friend, and man, it's so much fun, so addictive.
Huh? Yeah, I did not expect that to be on there at all. Which means, I think I know which one of my picks isn't actually on your list, but I'm gonna let it play out and just see how wrong I was.
I remember. Okay. So coming in at number 2 is not Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah, I realized I was like, nope, this is gonna be wrong.
It's funny because when Persona 4 Golden came out, that was my game of the year of that year. But I think because I played like regular Persona 5 on an emulator last year, Persona 5 Royal isn't like completely new to me.
Yeah.
So it just didn't qualify for it in my mind, which is very hypocritical because Persona 4 Golden did qualify.
Yeah, I mean, it was I gotta agree with you there, and it's like I know of your love of Persona, and I had forgotten you played 5 on the emulator, but I remember, actually no I didn't, because I remember you saying, I'm gonna see, once Persona 5 Royal releases, if it ends up on the podcast later. I was like, okay, it came out this year, it has to be a shoo-in, right? Like, it has to be at least on his list.
Yeah.
My biggest concern was you wouldn't count it because it was just purely a PC release, but I was like, that shouldn't be a problem. Not this reason.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The qualifications to make my list varies every year, I guess.
I know, I mean, yeah, it's mostly consistent, but there's small little changes that are made sometimes. I'm like, I was not expecting this. This is not what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, Persona 4 Golden was also Vita exclusive, so it was like, you had to buy a dead platform to play it, whereas like Royal, if I was desperate, I could have bought it on PS4 and played it, but I was holding off for a PC release. So, I don't know. I guess the main reason I don't count it is because I have played like the majority of it before.
Alright then.
Yeah. So number 2, right game, wrong order again, I think, was Ghostwire Tokyo.
God damn it.
I gushed about this game quite a bit on the podcast.
Yeah.
Another game that caught me by surprise with how much I liked it. I remember watching the reveal at one of the E3s, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 2016.
Oh god.
Because like it had its E3 trailer, and then it like just went dead silent for a while, pun intended. And then finally just kind of ghost released to the point you didn't think it released in 2022. You thought it was in 2021.
It was a PS4 exclusive in 2021
yeah, that's
or
what
something.
it was. And then it released on PC in March of this year.
Yeah, but I totally missed when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I only saw it come out on PC in March or whenever it was. And yeah, I remember I was very intrigued by the E3 trailer, but I was worried it would be like a bit too horror-y for me. Like, I like horror, but I don't like playing first-person horror, very much. I do like horror a lot. I'm just not good with playing it.
I am learning all new things about you.
Yeah, I love
I always just thought you hated it.
Oh, no. I love like horror themes and stuff like that. I just don't deal with it very well.
Huh.
Which is a shame. I wish I did. I am discovering that like I'm totally okay with third-person horror. It's first-person. I just can't deal with it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, like I saw the E3 trailer and I thought it looked a little bit spooky, but maybe check it out eventually, and then I forgot about it. And then I saw a Digital Foundry video doing like a tech analysis of the PC port.
Yeah.
And I was just shocked at how cool this game looked. The rain-soaked neon streets of Shibuya in Tokyo, with all these spooky ghost, like faceless men in suits walking around with umbrellas. I was like, this game just looks so cool. And I went and bought it right away after seeing that Digital Foundry video because I thought it looked so good.
Damn, okay.
And then yeah, I started playing it. Just absolutely loved it. It definitely wasn't too horror-y. It was more combat focused than I think the trailer made it look. Or like the each E3 trailer made it look.
Yep.
But man, it was like I did talk about it a lot on the podcast. I did 100% this game. It was a bit of a chore, but it was also still quite fun the whole way through. And just parkouring around Tokyo and up these huge buildings and stuff was just so much fun. And the combat was really fun as well. You know, switching between your different elemental ninja weapon. How do you force out of your hands? He shoots air out of his hands.
Okay, and how is that different elements then?
He also shoots fire and water out of his hands.
Why not just call it spells? Why were you trying to make like?
Because he does. I'm gesturing with my hands, but that's what he does.
You're pulling a Naruto right now, aren't you?
That's why I thought ninja.
You mean a ninjutsu?
Yeah, something like that.
You just call it a spell.
Yeah, he does that. with his hands.
Okay.
But yeah, I loved this game. It was so much fun. Would
And see,
highly
I didn't
recommend
think it
it.
would. Like, I knew you really enjoyed it, but I didn't think it would take the spot over like a Persona-esque game or Persona itself.
That's fair, yeah. Like if Persona 5 Royal had just come out this year on every platform, simultaneous release, it would of course be my number 2 game.
Okay.
But I think it's because I'd played it before, and also I'm more familiar with Atlas and how fucky they are. Like, they could have ported this, well, like 3 years ago or something, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. There's a few reasons it didn't make it, but yeah, like if this was the brand new Persona game this year, it would be very close to number 1, but it would have landed at number 2.
Huh. Man, I'm glad I was able to get 2 of them. Okay, 3 of them. 1 was a gimme, but like, I'm kicking myself for some of these.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you would have guessed Played Up though.
No, but just like the especially the order like of the 2 being essentially opposite. Well, not quite opposites, but like being wrong on both of them.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, it hurts.
Okay, I've just got 2 honorable mentions to talk
Okay.
about very, very quickly.
Yeah.
The first one is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I thought it was pretty good. It was a fresh Pokemon game. A lot more enjoyable than other Pokemon games they released this year.
Mm-hmm.
Still felt a bit like a tech demo, like a proof of concept, but it was decently fun for a Pokemon game.
All right then.
And then my other honorable mention, and this is the one that really could have gone in number 5 slot, was
Oh.
Harvestella.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
I really liked that game. Finally finished it a couple of weeks ago, I guess, and liked it pretty much the whole way through. It was a little bit long, but it is a JRPG, and I feel like you just kind of have to expect that.
Yeah, no, you can't get a short JRPG.
And of course, as soon as I finished Harvestella, I thought, I've just finished this, like 60-hour JRPG. I should probably start a 150-hour JRPG in Persona 5 Royal.
Oh my god, why? Why
'Cause
would you do that to yourself?
Because I needed to play Persona 5.
Yeah, but you don't do JRPGs back to back. No.
I am. I'm 25 hours into Royal already, and
Oh, you fool.
I'm loving it.
You absolute fool.
Loving it. And now, I mean, what else could my game of the year be, honestly?
I wonder.
Of course it's Elden Ring. Like, I knew from February, I knew my number 1 game was going to be Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started playing it, I remember I was like 6 hours in or something. And you asked me in like one of our recording sessions or something, you said, do you think it's your favorite Souls-like? I was like, nah, I think it's probably still like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, I thought he'd be jumping on this.
Yeah, I was loving it. I was like totally sucked in. But just early on, I wasn't quite like 100% sold on it.
Yeah.
And now I've put like 280 hours into it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's absolutely my favorite Souls-like, favorite FromSoft game ever, but my favorite game ever. I think I can
Will
pretty
Armored
safely say.
Core replace it?
No.
The new Armored Core.
No, it will not. I don't like mechs.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either.
So I'm not gonna play it.
I might give it a shot just because like I never played the early Armored Core games, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe this could be different. Maybe this could be interesting for me. And again, I don't like mechs either, so I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah, Elden Ring, like I don't know what else to say about Elden Ring. Like,
That hasn't already been said.
yeah, that like I guess like I talked about it a little bit because I did a review video, I guess, after my first playthrough, which was after like 80 hours.
Mhm.
And I mean, some of the later game stuff is not as strong as the early game stuff, but man, the early and mid game of this game is just fantastic. Like, every time I take a break from it and like I don't play it for a while,
Mhm.
I'll sometimes like listen to the soundtrack at work, or I have the vinyl collection here, so like I listen to that sometimes. And as soon as like the opening notes of the Limgrave theme play, I'm like, oh, that's the stuff.
Granted, you are like heavy into music especially for the Souls games, and I know a lot of people are. I'm a little lighter on the music than most, so I get it.
Yeah. But yeah, I like every time I hear the Limgrave theme, I'm like, oh, what if I did a new playthrough?
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, like when I hear that theme, it just makes me think of you've come up the elevator from the tutorial area, and you've pushed open those doors, and you've stepped out into Limgrave for the first time, and what a view! And everything looks so open to you, and everything it's so bright and green.
Huh.
Yeah,
no, that's fair.
Yeah, the music speaks to me in this game.
It seems like it.
Yeah. But yeah, like I think it's the Souls game with the most replayability.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I've done a lot of playthroughs of Dark Souls 3 with a bunch of different builds, and I'm on my 6th playthrough right now with you guys.
Oh god.
And there's so many weapons and spells and builds I still want to try, but I just don't know if I have time to do another like 40 hours, because I think that's about how long a playthrough takes me now.
That's fair.
Yeah, but you know, eventually I want to do a build with your sword, the Executioner sword, or whatever it is, the Mirai sword.
Marius Executioner sword.
Yeah, because that's so cool. There's I'd like to do a different mage build, even though I've already done 2 of them. But yeah, there's still loads of builds I want to do. Like the very first time I killed Magma Worm Makar and he drops his boss weapon, I was like, I want to do a build with that, and I still haven't done that one yet. So yeah, it's got so much replayability for me. I know you don't replay it as much as I do.
No, not nearly as much.
No. But you know, I'll probably do one after Persona 5.
All right then.
But yeah, I mean, what else could it be? It had to be Elden Ring for me.
Yeah, fair lather
No surprises there.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was my list. Thank you very much for listening to me blather a little bit about my favorite games this year, Taylor.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
And like I said, look for tomorrow's video where Taylor will be doing his top 5 games of 2022.
It's gonna be a weird one.
Oh, goody. Okay. Well, on that note, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.